Park Photography, and today in this video I'd like to illustrate and compare several different AA batteries and how effective they are in operating your external flash for your camera. If you're a digital SLR owner, it's most likely that you don't use AA batteries. That's something that mostly is affecting point and shoot cameras. So a lot of the measurements you'll see on various batteries tells you how effective they are in point and shoot camera use. Now, where we're most likely going to use them is in our external flashes. So I have got an old Canon Speedlight 420EX right here, and this is going to be what we're going to use. And I'm going to compare and contrast several different batteries. First off, we're going to have our set of alkaline batteries. Now, our alkaline batteries are our generic batteries. I've got three different types. I've got an Energizer Max, I've got a generic Ultralast, and then some Everready batteries as well. Those are our generics. After that, we're going to go ahead and compare something more advanced that's also not a rechargeable battery like the alkalines, and that's our lithium ultra batteries. So these are guaranteed to have a longer lifespan. Then we're going to compare a nickel metal hydride battery, which is a rechargeable battery. This is an Eneloop battery, but pretty much most of those batteries are rechargeable and something that we're going to use. And then I have one other nickel oxide battery that is kind of the loose end on here. I'm going to see how that works. Alright, now we've got the Alkaline Energizer Max in there, 1.5 volts. This is your common battery, costs about $3 for a 4-pack, and we're going to see how well it goes. So it's charged up, and let's release it. Alright, we're waiting on it, waiting. So we looked at 5.3 seconds. Next we have the Alkaline 1.5 volt Ultralast battery. These are $1.50, so half the price of the Energizer. They should be fairly comparable, just these are not name brand. So let's go ahead and see how they do. Charged up, and we'll let it go. Seven seconds, so not quite as fast as before. Next up is our Everready set of batteries. This is again alkaline batteries, 1.5 volts, and these are generic, coming in at about 70 cents per 4 batteries. So let's go ahead and see how it holds up. And we go. Looks at about 6 seconds. So, out of our alkaline batteries, before we get into the rechargeables or the lithiums or the other types, these are your generic batteries, the ones you're going to find that are the most common, and these are the benchmarks that everything else is tested against. So, the used Duracells, those came in at about 9 seconds. Those were the worst, and then out of the other batteries we had 7 seconds for the Ultralast, and then the Everready was sitting at 6 seconds, and then 5.3 for the Energizer. So the Energizer, the name brand, actually turned out to be the fastest with regards to cycle time. Now, all of these batteries should have a theoretical closeness on the amount of total charge they have. So these are our baselines, they're about equal, and then we'll see how much more effective these are going to be. Okay, we've got in here the Energizer Lithium Ultimate. It's slated to be, or it's promised to be 8 times more long-lasting than the alkaline batteries, which makes me guess it's somewhere around 3,000 milliamp hours. So we can compare that to the rechargeable. These are not rechargeable, but they are going to set you back about $7 for a set of 4. So about twice as expensive as the Energizer, which was the most expensive of the alkaline, but slated to be 8 times longer as far as battery capacity. Now let's see how quickly it actually recycles the flash. So we're going to go ahead, get our timer ready, and we're going to go now. We're waiting for that pilot light to come back on. There it was, right around 5.5 seconds. So pretty comparable to the Energizer, but again, if we can get more longevity out of these batteries at the same speed as the fastest of the alkaline, I'd say that's pretty good. Now we've got the nickel metal hydride batteries in here. Those are your common rechargeable batteries. What you're going to notice if you look at the various batteries that are produced that are nickel metal hydride, what you're going to see is a lot of them have the capacity listed in milliamp hours. Like I said, your baseline is going to be your alkaline batteries, and then based on approximation, I think that these lithium batteries are around 3,000 milliamp hours. Now, I've seen anything ranging from around 1,500 milliamp hours to 2,700 milliamp hours. Now that's the capacity and the length of use that you can get out of those batteries. What I've got in here now are 2,000 milliamp hour Eneloop batteries by Sanyo, and again, they're rechargeable, so as far as bang for the buck, they're definitely going to outweigh these, except for all but the bargain basement brands. So, and you can spend a lot on rechargeable batteries, anywhere from $10 for a set of 4. You can go down, you can go up. It depends on how much storage capacity they have. Even $15 for a set of 4. So they can be anywhere from 5 times as expensive as the Alkaline, but you're going to get a lot of recharge, reuse out of that. So let's go ahead and see how these hold up in our recycle test. All right, our unit is on, and we're going to fire. And we set in at 4.6 seconds. So these have so far performed the best. All right, now we've got in here the Sony nickel oxy batteries, or Oxy Nickel batteries. They're making me a little bit nervous, so I'm going to go ahead and get through this. They're about $5 for a set of 4, so pretty steep as far as a set of 4 goes, comparable to the Lithium. But I don't know if you can hear it, but it's almost like the capacitors are continually trying to recharge a little bit on here, so I'm not going to keep them in very long. We'll see how long they go, and then I'll talk a little bit more. So let's go ahead and fire it, and reset. Pilot lights waiting. And we're looking at 4.5. Okay, so we've had a chance to review these batteries. Again, there's lots of brands of batteries, there's lots of variation, so you can definitely go out and play around and see if there's something that's better than what I've covered. A thing to note before I go over the batteries, if you have an external flash and it supports an external battery pack like the 580EX, you're going to get the best results out of that. I just can't emphasize that enough. But the AA's are nice because you can find them just about anywhere. And now I'm going to go over what we learned so that you can make the best decision when you have a couple options. The Alkalines were good. They're going to be your cheapest. They're not rechargeable, but they're going to be the most common. The Energizer, the name brand batteries, while they were the most expensive, averaging, like I said, $3 for the set of 4 versus 70 cents for a bulk pack, they refresh faster. So you were looking at a 50% increase in refresh over the cheaper brands. So that was pretty good. The lithium ion, now these are going to last you longer than the Alkaline. What you're going to see out of that, though, so the value definitely comes down to being worth it. It's about 2 or 3 times as expensive, but it's going to get you 8 times more shots. The refresh rate was just as good. So as far as bang for your buck, these are really good. The other thing to mention is that these lithium ions, compared to the rest of the batteries, are very light. So if you have to bulk up on batteries to take with you, it's going to be more expensive, but these batteries are going to last longer. And if you have to load up in your pack, these are the ones you want to go with. Then we have these Oxy Nickel batteries. I don't really know what to say. I wouldn't use them in anything delicate anymore because I don't really know why they're the only ones I found that are like that. They performed really well as far as refresh time, and they will probably do decent as far as longevity goes. But, you know, I don't know that I'd risk it. By far and away, I'm happiest with the rechargeable batteries. I only tested one nickel metal hydride battery. There's lots of these out there with different capacities. Again, these are 2,000 milliamp hours, middle of the road. You can get up to 2,700. It's going to cost you more money, but they're going to have a longer lifespan per charge. You're slated to get around 1,000 charges out of these batteries. So long run, cost-wise, they are better than your other options. At 4.5 seconds, they were the quickest, on par with the quickest for recharging and recycling the flash. And as far as longevity, they're going to treat you, if you get a 2,700 milliamp hour battery, about 6x an Alkaline. And so the winner, again, is your rechargeable nickel metal hydride batteries, explicitly the Eneloop batteries. Great value. $20 for a pack of these, 8 of these, 2 AA's, and then adapters to fit into larger ones with the charger. It's a pretty good deal, especially compared to something like the Lithium. I hope that helped, and I hope that was something that lets you make a wise and informed decision. You can see more and read more about the results on my blog at blogs.adamparkerphotography.com/blogs, as you can see right here, and hopefully you'll tune in for the next lesson that I go over. Hope that helped. Take care.